George Washington was one of the most important people in American history. He was born a very long time ago. He was born on February 22, 1732. He was born in Virginia, in the country that later became the United States of America. His family lived on a farm. They were not very rich, but they had land. They worked hard every day on the land. They grew plants and took care of animals. Life was simple, but not easy. George was a child in a quiet countryside. He lived close to forests, rivers, and open fields. Nature was everywhere around him. He liked nature very much. He loved trees, animals, and fresh air. His home was a wooden house. It was not big or modern. There was no electricity. There was no running water. Life was very different from today. As a young boy, George did not go to a big school. He learned at home and from books. He learned reading and writing. He learned basic mathematics. He learned manners and discipline. He was serious and focused. George liked to learn new things. He was curious about the world. He asked many questions. He observed people carefully. He also observed nature every day. George did not have many toys. So he spent most of his time outside. He played in the fields. He ran through forests. He climbed trees. He swam in rivers in the summer. He also liked animals very much, especially horses. He learned to ride horses when he was young. He became very skilled at riding. Horses were important in his life. As he grew older, George became stronger and taller. People noticed that he was calm and serious. He was not loud. He was thoughtful. He liked order and discipline. When George was a teenager, he started working on farms. He helped his family. He learned how to plant crops. He learned how to harvest food. He learned how to take care of land. Later, George became a land surveyor. This job was very important in those days. He measured land and made maps. He traveled through forests and mountains. He worked in difficult conditions. There were no modern roads. There were no cars or trains. Travel was slow and dangerous. George often walked long distances. He sometimes stayed in the wild. This work made him strong. It also made him brave. He learned to survive in nature. He learned to stay calm in hard situations. When George was a young man, war began. There were conflicts in America. At that time, America was controlled by Britain. Many people wanted freedom. George joined the military. He became a soldier. He learned how to fight and led. He learned discipline and responsibility. He worked very hard. He was sent to dangerous places. He saw many difficult situations. He learned about war very quickly. He learned about leadership under pressure. George became an officer. Other soldiers respected him. They listened to him. They followed his orders. He became a trusted leader. Later, the conflict became bigger. It became a war for independence. People in America wanted to be free. They wanted their own country. George Washington supported independence. He believed people should be free. He believed in justice and fairness. He believed in a new future. He became the leader of the American Army. This army was called the Continental Army. He led thousands of soldiers. The war was very long. It lasted many years. It was very difficult for everyone. Soldiers did not have enough food. Soldiers did not have enough clothes. Winters were very cold. Many soldiers became sick. But George stayed strong. He encouraged his soldiers. He gave them hope. He told them to continue fighting. He was not only a military leader. He was also a thinker. He planned carefully before every battle. He tried to avoid unnecessary risks. Some battles were won. Some battles were lost. But George never gave up. Slowly, the American army became stronger. More people joined the fight. More people believed in independence. After many years, the war finally ended. America became independent. The country became free from British rule. This was a very important moment in history. People celebrated freedom. They were very happy. They thanked George Washington. George became a national hero. People respected him everywhere. He was known as a strong and honest leader. After the war, George wanted peace. He did not want more conflict. He did not want power or control. He returned to his home. His home was called Mount Vernon. It was a large farm in Virginia. At Mount Vernon, George lived a quiet life. He worked on his farm again. He planted crops. He took care of animals. He enjoyed nature. He liked peaceful days. He liked simple life. He spent time with family and friends. But the new country needed leadership. The United States was new and weak. It needed organization and rules. People trusted George Washington. They believed he was the best leader. They asked him to become president. George accepted the role. He became the first president of the United States. This was a very important event. As president, George worked hard. He helped create the government. He helped build laws and systems. He helped organize the country. Everything was new at that time. There were no clear rules before. George helped build them step by step. He believed in balance. He believed no one should have too much power. He believed in fairness for all people. He worked with other leaders. He listened to advice. He made careful decisions. George did not act like a king. He did not want luxury or great wealth. He stayed simple and humble. He served as president for many years. He became very respected. He became a symbol of leadership. After 2 terms as president, he left office. He did not want to stay in power forever. He wanted to show democracy in action. He returned again to Mount Vernon. He was older now. He was tired but peaceful. He enjoyed his farm again. He walked outside every day. He looked at rivers and trees. He enjoyed quiet life. He spent time reading and thinking. He enjoyed being with family. He lived far from politics. But later, his health began to weaken. He became sick. His body became weak. Doctors tried to help him. But medicine was limited in those days. He could not recover. George Washington died on December 14, 1799. He was 67 years old. His death was very sad for the country. Many people mourned him. Many people remembered his life. People respected him deeply. They remembered his courage. They remembered his honesty. They remembered his leadership. George Washington left a strong legacy. He helped create a new nation. He helped build freedom. He helped shape history. He is known as the Father of the United States. This name shows his importance. Today, people still study his life. Students learn about him in school. Books describe his biography. Stories tell his journey. His life teaches important lessons. It teaches hard work. It teaches courage. It teaches leadership. It teaches honesty. George Washington started as a simple boy. He became a farmer. He became a soldier. He became a general. He became a president. His life shows that anyone can achieve great things. With hard work and discipline, change is possible. His story is still remembered today. His influence is still strong. His name is still respected. George Washington's life is simple in words, but it is very big in meaning. He changed a country. He changed history. And his story continues to inspire people around the world.